like you lost another one.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for joining us for another episode of the Wrestling Revival Podcast. I am your humble host, Mr. Cyb3Yeti, Mr. Here for the Petty, Mr. I am on vacation / work. And over here to the other side of me is Mr. DJ Notorious. Go ahead, man.
What's going on, y'all? I'm feeling a New York state of mind tonight. I'm definitely
hell.
New York state of mind. You know how the Yankee feels around here. What's up, Astro? How you doing?
No, I am doing great, man. I'm on location, as you see. I am not in my normal environment. I had to come to some training out of town, but I told DJ, I said, we still got to kick out our weekly episode, man. We still got to do the work. So
look at this jelly roll. Look like he exfoliated and everything there. Like he just everything. Come on, y'all. Y'all know he glistening over there. Pause. But it's just I'm just saying, man, you look different. Let me find out.
I look different. No, it's called the lighting's different.
I just look, whatever you want to say.
The lighting's different.
Okay.
Anyway, let's pay a bill real quick here while we're in the beginning of the show. First off, we'd like to thank Ulti for their continued support from season 1 coming into season 2. Go to their website at ultisubs.com. Go ahead and pick yourself up a shaker, pick yourself up a flavor. And when you do that, make sure you use the 10% discount code Revival Army to get that discount. You know, it not only helps you, it helps us too. And we might even be looking at potentially some giveaways, all that other good stuff. But, you know, we like to give back when people use our stuff compared to others.
Yeah.
Mr. $200, Mr.
I thought it was $314. I don't know, whatever.
Rule 15.
Rule 15. Thank you.
But anyway, thank you again to Ulti Subs. Make sure you hit them up. Make sure you use our discount code so they know that the Wrestling Revival Podcast sent you over there for you to pick up some stuff. So,
of course,
again, we appreciate you. So, AEW Dynamite just went off the air.
Oh, man.
Whew, man.
Oh, they did it ever. Oh, man.
You know what? This is DJ's bread and butter. This is DJ's like favorite thing ever. So I'm going to go ahead and let him go ahead and take over for a little bit. Tell us what happened with AEW tonight.
Well, of course, it was AEW Dynamite on a Wednesday night. You know how it goes here. But it was jam-packed with some things, and then there was an announcement everybody was waiting for. I'll save that for the end. But Dynamite did kick off immediately with Hangman Adam Page making his way to the ring, taking on Mr. Swerve himself, Swerve Strickland. So, yes, Hangman Swerve Part 3. How did this one end? I mean, 1 + 1 = 2, and he had another one 3. You got a draw. That's right. It finished in a time limit draw, which means neither one of them are the number 1 contender because they both are going to share number 1 contendership going up against the AEW World Champion Samoa Joe this upcoming March 3rd, which is, of course, AEW's Revolution, their first pay-per-view of the new year. Not too happy with the finish, but you saw it coming a mile away. The first seems like 40 minutes of Dynamite was commercial free. So you knew something was going to happen involving that match. It was a good match. They never seemed to disappoint, but it was disappointing to see it actually end in a draw. I thought we was going to get a one-on-one match. We spoke about this during the week, Cyber. I had Hangman actually winning the damn thing because I thought he'll be the one to go up against Samoa Joe, but shit, I was wrong. So We get them both in just a couple of weeks. Now, moving on to a spot that you and I both love, Cyber. That is Miss Timeless Toni Storm, the AEW Women's Champion.
Mwah.
One of the best storylines going on in professional wrestling, period. And she was taking on not the apple cobbler, not the peach cobbler, not the cheesecake, but Red Velvet.
There you go.
Taking on Red Velvet. And of course, you knew what was going to happen here. Red Velvet did take the loss. And it was to set up the upcoming AEW Women's title match going on at Revolution, because Deonna Purrazzo was at ringside doing commentary. And they had a very, I want to say, strange, maybe awkwardness in the ring. It looked like Toni Storm tried to give her a kiss or something. I don't know what's going on with that, but we'll have to wait and see. But that match is now set up for Revolution. Yeah, I don't think somebody that's been off for a couple of months, juicing up, would like that interaction those two had there. I don't think so. But then, of course, we had the AEW World Tag Team titles on the line in a tornado tag match. Of course, for people that may not know what that means there's no tags. They're just fighting until somebody is pinned or submitted. And it was the champions, Big Bill, and of course, Ricky Starks, defending their titles against, is he like 300 years old at this point?
I think so.
I don't know, man. You're
going to have to start carbon dating this man.
Jesus, man. Sting and Darby Allin. This man.
No. Wait. It's Sting. Sting.
Yes, we need that Tony Schiavone clip to run again next week. But Sting and Darby Allin, and Sting was jumping from like the second level of the arena. I just hope they have like his particulars in order, because that was absolutely crazy. It's like seeing your granddad jumping off like the top of your like staircase. Like
that seriously makes me wonder if he doesn't have a DNR signed with AEW just in case he really does something stupid.
Hey, listen, that was just crazy. It was weird because it saw like his kids at ringside. You want to talk about a spitting image of Sting? Those kids can never say that's not his dad. Like, that's just crazy. Absolutely crazy. But crazy match. But in the end, we do have new World Tag Team Champions. That is Darby Allin and Sting. But it was kind of short-lived, because within the first few minutes, we had the executive VP show up, all dressed in white, very godly, and the Young Bucks. And you see what I did there?
They can go do something with themselves. I swear, I'm tired of seeing them. I wish they'd take the hint like Britt Baker did and disappeared for like 6 months. I wish they'd do that.
They kind of did, so they're back now.
They need to do it longer.
Oh wow, okay. So
they need to do it longer.
You don't really like them being back. Nothing.
All right. Real quick on the comment. KC. Hey fellas, just pulling up real quick to say what's up. I haven't watched Dynamite yet. I hope the show was great. It was a pretty decent show. I mean, I have my own opinions about it, but thank you for jumping in and saying what's up. We appreciate it as always.
Yes, definitely appreciate you, KC. Now, to what everybody was wondering about, it was not any of the matches I just mentioned. Also, you did have a match between Jericho and Takeshita, but the main reason why people were watching Dynamite tonight was for the big announcement from Mr. Tony Khan.
And you're going to get that announcement from Mr. Notorious.
DJ Notorious has an important announcement, and that announcement was actually folded by Ticketmaster. That's right. Ticketmaster actually released this way too early in the day today, so everybody knew what was going to happen if you had social media. It is big business 5 weeks from tonight in Boston. Now, just so everybody knows, Boston is spelled Boston. Well, upon some investigation before the show came on, you can clearly see in their promo, it does spell for them Boston. So what does that mean? It's kind of obvious to figure it out. It is meaning the boss is making her way to AEW. Just like the elections, we're projecting that Mercedes Moné. Sorry, I'm not Anderson Cooper, y'all. But Mercedes Moné is coming to All Elite Wrestling. For some people that may not know, she's formerly known as Sasha Banks, when she was in WWE, but has now taken on the Mercedes Moné name while doing shows with Stardom and New Japan. So what do you think, Cyber? I don't let it out the bag. It was a mess up by Ticketmaster. They were not supposed to release that until 10:05 p.m. tonight, Eastern time, but somebody pushed the button. Somebody pushed
All
the
I
button.
got to say is somebody decided to get real brave a little early, and it came back to bite them in the butt.
Push the goddamn button. Push the goddamn button.
Yeah.
Someone pushed it a little too soon. They got a little too excited, so now they're
Dummy. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, so somebody's going to lose their job for that one. But
Yeah.
going to the comments here really quick. Casey, no problem. I'm following Cyber on X2. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. And about time. Can't wait to see her. You know what? I really do hope that it is her, because you know we've seen fake outs with other promotions and just in wrestling in general forever. And I really hope this isn't that case, because they teased it before she got injured, and then she got injured, and then it just caused problems. And, you know, then she kind of faded off into the distance. So I really do hope it really does happen, because there's a lot of people I would like to see her go up against.
Yes.
Ultimately leading up to a Toni Storm Mercedes Moné match, which I think that would tear the house down. I would be like, take my money. Take my money, please.
Nah,
But overall, the show, this is the first time I've actually been able to sit down and watch the show like from beginning to end. So I was actually pretty impressed. I would probably give it a solid
7.
About 6.5, 7, yeah.
Okay.
But like I said, you could tell Tony Khan was kind of stuck on stupid there for a second while making the announcement. He kind of,
oh man, I keep trying to tell y'all, leave this man alone. Just leave him alone. Just you know what? Honestly, I could say this too. When you have a company and you're about to make an announcement, now you know certain things are out of your hands. It's like if you have if you're about to post your show on Apple Podcasts and you know it's supposed to go up at a certain time, but you see it doesn't pop up and it's out of your hands. What can you do? So I think he was taken a little bit back by that. He seemed very happy to do that. Aha, see that look you're giving me. But it takes the whole wind out of you. He really had this set up. He seemed very excited, more than normal with this, because if you notice certain things that he said during that promo, it will put the wrestling world on notice. The wrestling world.
yeah.
So he's literally saying this is not some small thing. I think he knows the jokes and the memes that he's been getting on social media. This is big. I'm just telling you.
It really is.
This is Moné, y'all. This is it. That's just it. The writing is on the wall, literally. MBOSS. I never knew that spelled Boston, but whatever.
Yeah. Okay, so going back to the comments here really quick from KC, TK would get destroyed and Mercedes doesn't pull up on social media. And then another one from KC here. That sounds about right with my guy TK's booking. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, it really does. I mean, it's one of those things where you made it so obvious.
Yeah.
It's now just literally what it is. If you've been on social media anytime today, pictures are now circulating of Moné actually in front of TD Garden, aka the Boston Garden. So come on, guys, put one and one together. This is not some big crazy thing they're building up. This is really for Mercedes homecoming March 13th. I'm excited about it. Let's see what happens.
And we have one more person in the chat here.
Oh man, Mr. Cruise Ship himself. What's going on there?
Yeah,
baby?
man, Mr. Cruz.
Mr. Cruise Ship
Mr.
right there.
Show me the money, Mr. Screaming in the phone. Show me the money.
Oh man, definitely. Shout out to you, KB, joining in on the show. You also said, I think we might get Mercedes and Okada on the same night, which means Double or Nothing is going to be amazing. Now, I'm going to hold on that Okada. I'm going to hold on to that, because let's remember something here, guys. Normally, the only time where they debut two people at the same time is when Adam Cole and Mr. Bryan Danielson debuted. I don't think they're going to do that twice. I think that was an anomaly just for one night only. Mercedes Moné definitely deserves to have the spotlight herself. It's in her hometown. Give her everything. Give her the red carpet treatment. Don't have anybody else involved with it, because then it takes away from something that honestly has been a year plus in the making.
Exactly.
So don't worry. We're going to get Okada. You might want to save that for, later on down the line, a couple of AEW Dynamite special programs, Beach Bash and things of that nature. There you go. So we'll see what happens.
September.
Oh yeah, this thing in September in New York, I think it is.
Yeah.
New York. Little thing they call Grand Slam. Just
it could happen.
It could happen. Hey, that would be good. Can you imagine? Just think about it. There's a lot of artists that are in New York.
Mm-hmm.
Mercedes Moné coming to AEW. I wonder who she's going to bring with her to New York. Maybe it's a guy that hasn't won a Grammy yet.
Mm-hmm.
The West Coast a lot. I just like to wear the color blue, because if it ain't blue, it ain't true.
Oh God, you with that? It ain't blue, it ain't true shit.
I mean, it is what it is. It's a double entendre. If you know,
I know it is.
So, but
damn.
You feeling okay? You seem a little down. You okay? You okay? Pitchers and catchers report in 3 days. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You'll be okay. But definitely.
Go fuck yourself.
You said that to me, and I'm not going to take it to heart. Maybe you should have said that to the Texas Rangers back in October. But anyway, definitely just get to another comment here. And KB also says, by the time we get to London, Mercedes, Ospreay, Okada, Jay White, all in London could be epic. Now, I could agree with you with that. I do see all of those people probably being involved with All In some form or another. Don't know where it'll be storyline wise, but all of them should definitely be making an appearance during that show. Of course, that will be the second annual All In show in London after last year's big success over there.
Yeah,
London.
most definitely.
But yeah, let's continue on here. You guys, let us know how you feel about the news coming out tonight about big business on our social medias. Of course, that is the Wrestling Revival Podcast on IG. And let us know on X. I think Elon Musk is still calling it X tonight. We'll see what that means. TWRP.
Give it 6 months. See what happens.
And there'll be something else, yeah. So TWRP_official. And for you TikTokers out there, we're on there too. TWRP_official_. So whichever social media you like, you could definitely follow us here at the Wrestling Revival Podcast.
Yes, sir. All right, so we are going to go ahead and move on. WWE is still in the news currently right now with a couple of different things going on. Obviously, more stuff is coming out in regards to Vince McMahon. Multiple people have stepped up and started saying that, bringing legitimacy to some of the claims that are being made against him. But we're going to try to focus on some of the positives, though, that are still there. Some of the silver lining that's still there. First off, we've got to talk about The Rock and Cody Rhodes here. We've got two different sides. We want Cody, we want Rocky going on in regards to the main event this past Friday night on SmackDown. Cody Rhodes had officially stepped aside to let the match between Roman Reigns and The Rock happen. And the press release that is going to be happening tomorrow.
Yes.
The Rock has flat out said it's going to be probably one of the most talked about press releases. And not only that, now we have to kind of take into consideration what's next for Cody. Is he ever going to finish his story at this point? What's going to happen? Is this a work? Are they turning it into a work now that they see how many people are behind Cody? And it's really starting to reminisce the Daniel Bryan WrestleMania run.
Mm-hmm. It is.
And it's actually to the point to where I feel like it's getting bigger than that. So I said it looks like it's going. Okay. It might be going that direction. That it's going to be bigger than that. But What do y'all think? Let us know on our social medias what you think about what's going to happen. Is Cody ever going to finish his story? What's going to happen at this press conference with The Rock and Roman Reigns? We actually have something we want to show you too. This was actually The Rock arriving in Las Vegas earlier today for the press conference.
Welcome to Vegas. I have the feeling this press conference will be talked about forever.
So what does that mean? What does The Rock have up his sleeve? One of the things that I've actually read on social media that a lot of people are saying might happen is it might turn into a triple threat match with Cody, The Rock, and Roman for the title. That's one thing that a lot of people are saying or hoping that happens. But I mean, right now it's up in the air. Apparently, before even Cody winning the Rumble, it was slated that the decision was made since then that it was going to be The Rock and Roman.
Yeah.
So what was the point of Cody even winning the Rumble?
Well, no one man should have all that power. We said
Quoting Kanye West already.
So it's one of those things now where The Rock basically implemented himself into the main match. We knew this was coming. We knew it. We knew sooner or later The Rock was going to show up and be involved with Roman Reigns. We knew it. We got the little teaser a few weeks back, about a month ago. So we knew it was coming. But I'm just here to tell y'all now, this is a sack of shit. Okay? It really is. And I know I'm going to offend some people right now, but 2 tears in a bucket? Fuck it. You have your casual fans, and then you have your hardcore fans. Your hardcore fans are watching every Monday night, every Tuesday night with NXT. Hell, they even watch the other stuff of AEW. They watch everything every single week, even down to SmackDown on Friday.
Yep.
But then you have the casual fans who only come around during the road to WrestleMania. Hello to you casual fans out there watching the show. You want The Rock, but the people who've been watching for the past almost 52 weeks going into WrestleMania, they want Cody. They want the story to finish. And I'm sorry. I understand business. I know I love talking about business, but the business was messed up here. This should be Cody Rhodes in the main event, finishing his story. You've already made it a tagline for your video game that comes out next month. The whole world is talking about, we want Cody. You can't lead us all the way down all those pay-per-views on Peacock, premium live events, and then at the last second, switch it to The Rock.
Exactly.
Doesn't make sense to me personally.
Go into the comments here really quick. We have the story doesn't have to finish at Mania in general. That's the point.
And shout outs to you, Tapia, there for the comment. But I will say this, and this is something a lot of people have said, even with him losing last year. If he wins, say, Backlash, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, is it really going to have that big of an effect? The answer is no. Because, like I just said, the casual fans give up after WrestleMania is off the air. They're gone for another year. So you only have the diehards to worry about it. Is it going to make big news everywhere on Fox and ESPN and all these other outlets? They might have a footnote, maybe a story. But it's not going to have the same effect talking about it the Monday after Mania. Waiting for Raw to come on at 8 o'clock and seeing Cody come out with that belt. No, it doesn't work. And then somebody actually hit me up, Cyber, and hit me with this one, which was kind of surprising. Why don't they have Cody win at Madison Square Garden, your neck of the woods, DJ? I did some investigation, and it doesn't look like there's going to be a pay-per-view at Madison Square Garden in 2024. Doesn't look
really.
Like it. Doesn't look like it. Newsflash to anybody that doesn't know, the WWE prefers Barclays Center over Madison Square Garden.
Oh yeah, of course.
So that whole idea of, him finishing the story in the same arena where his daddy, the plumber, almost won the belt. Yeah, it's not happening. So there goes that idea.
Yeah.
Going to KB here, he said, didn't we say this last year that it's not going to hit the same? Exactly our point. So it has to happen at Mania. It has to.
It has to. That makes the most sense, and the most viewers will be watching at WrestleMania.
Yes.
Like you said, there's those casual fans that know when WrestleMania rolls around every year, and they start watching at the Rumble, and they go all the way through to the Monday after Raw, the Monday after Mania. So that would make the most sense. I would put the most eyes on it, and plus, with the way TKO is wanting to do the business now, they're going to want to saturate that everywhere. So,
and they're saturating it everywhere.
It's going to have the most views by doing it like that.
No, definitely. And this is another thing to let even, I guess through WWE off. And this is something they're going to have to worry about going into these weeks here. Because if you guys haven't noticed, the road to WrestleMania basically hits the East Coast, especially the Northeast, now through April. There's a lot of different arenas that are very, very harsh. Madison Square Garden, Barclays Center, and also in Philadelphia. These are known for fans that will take over or hijack a show. Keep going the wrong way, this could actually backfire on the WWE, and it's already been showing. And that video with The Rock has already been edited, and it still has the worst likes of any video WWE has ever posted on YouTube.
Yep.
So a lot of people are voicing their opinion saying, we want Cody, and hey, I'm right there with them holding the flag. It should be Cody going against Mr. Roman Reigns at WrestleMania.
Okay, Antonio here. If some stranger reason Cody loses in Philly, the hardcore fans are going to blow up social media. Social media is day and night. Well, yeah, of course they are. And also, what is Philadelphia the birthplace of?
Yes, 3 little letters. ECW.
Yes. So, of course, those fans are going to want to tear the shit down.
I mean, come on. They beat up on Santa Claus during a Philadelphia Eagles game. So this should show you here. It's just, you know what I think it is, Cyber, and tell me if I'm wrong here. And everybody else comment if you're listening live and watching live here on YouTube, our premium service here, or on X. Do you really think that crowd, 70,000 people in Lincoln Financial Field, are going to allow Cody Rhodes to lose after almost another full year of hyping this guy up? He had to go through guys like Damian Priest, God help us all. He had to go after, you know what, I can't say his name no more because he's been erased. But, and going through all this throughout the year, why would they do this to this guy again? It just doesn't make sense. It's bad for business. It's literally bad for business. Okay, and KB also says here, if Cody loses at Mania, nobody should care about the story, period. And you know what? That's exactly what I feel could be the end result. Nobody will care anymore. And I'm going to say a hot take right here, right now, Cyber. I know you're going to probably jump out that window behind you. If Cody loses, I think he should go back to AEW.
Well, he just re-signed a contract, didn't he, with WWE, like within the last 6 months?
I believe so. Could have been adding an extra year, extensions like in sports or whatever.
Yeah.
But honestly, look at it like this. Okay, Cody has come back. He's been back-to-back Rumble champion. Congratulations. Hasn't been done since Stone Cold. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Where is the title besides that little small run that you had with the tag titles with Mr. Uso? Where's the beef, as they say? You were brought here to get a championship run, and we're still waiting almost 2 years later. So
yeah, I agree. I mean, he would have to seriously look at his options if he loses again at Mania this year. So, I mean, the option obviously would be to go back to AEW, but here's the thing. I think Tony Khan would let him come back but he wouldn't have the same thing that he had when he was there the first time.
That's right. He would not have that EVP attached to him, which I think he got rid of right before he left. Anyway, that was probably maybe one of the reasons why he actually did leave. But hey, is it really that bad? If you really think about it now, besides, WWE, of course, being on a bigger scale than AEW at this time, has there really been a difference besides just the call letters that is on his check every 2 weeks?
I honestly think that there was, because did you see what kind of influx the locker room underwent after Cody left with AEW?
Yes. Some of them actually joined Cody.
Yeah. So I honestly think that, yes, there was a change. Tony Khan had to step in and do a lot of things that he did not know how to do. Right. And that's in regards to locker room management. And Cody was one of the most experienced ones. He was the one that had the most wrestling business oriented mindset. So once he left, that mindset left with him, and then things started going downhill. So also you also got to ask yourself, would Cody really want to go back to that without the EVP status and have to deal with that potential problem again?
Hey, it's at least an option right now, because besides the big exposure, which is WWE, I'm not going to sit here and say they're not a conglomerate that like puts you everywhere in every type of aspect of sports. But he hasn't won the main thing that he was here for. And they've literally wasted 2 years now of this guy's time. I'm sorry. You get me into a story and you've had my attention, you're going to lose a lot of people's attention if you don't give this man his run at WrestleMania. You're just going to.
And here we go. KB with his crooked hairline starting to say some blasphemous shit here.
All right. Come home, Cody, to the company you founded. Finish the story and win the AEW World title. You know what? There's a lot of things me and KB don't agree with, but we're kind of on the same page with this one here. Hey, you go through another WrestleMania weekend. You don't win. What can you do then? What, you going to go after the IC title and start a run of just going after the secondary titles till you get to the big one? Or are you going to go after Seth Rollins in the little one? But that should actually be for the person we need to speak about next. So yes, let's speak about this Ring General, as he has probably his biggest test yet coming up at Mania, which will be Gunther versus Jey Uso. Now, this segment on Monday Night Raw is probably one of the most highest watch segments since it went down Monday night. They threw some bars back and forth at each other, but question is, who would win on night 1 or night 2 of Mania? Would it be Jey Uso taking down the Ring General, or would it be the General retaining the title? Cyber, I'm going to let you answer that first. What do you think will happen if we get this match? It's at Mania, night 1, main event. Who walks out of Philly with that belt?
Man, I've been thinking about this for a while, but first, before we jump into that, we said that there were some bars going on there on Monday night. This one actually was the one that kind of stuck out to me the most, though.
To the good old days where people couldn't tell you and your brother apart. Oos.
I've got to say, man, when he turned around and said "Oos" at the end, I was like, oh man.
You know what? Bless Gunther's heart, because I really felt like he was in the mirror that whole Monday, arriving at the arena, and he practiced that real hard. He practiced that.
But my thing is with this match, it looks like they're going to do a slow burn on it. That's why I'm not saying Elimination Chamber for this match. I honestly think that this would be a good match for him at Mania, especially if for some weird reason Cody winds up going after Seth. They still need to give Gunther something to do. And we already know it's written all over the place. Gunther is going to get as soon as he loses the Intercontinental title, or hell, he may even still have it. He's eventually going to go after one of the world titles.
Yes.
And if they want him to drop the Intercontinental title, I feel like the person he needs to do it with is Jey Uso. Jey Uso, he is being built up to be, the next big thing. But what have people who have been slated as next big thing, what is the first thing they've done? This has been going on since the 80s. Well, even before that, they get an Intercontinental title reign. Shawn Michaels, Razor Ramon, Triple H, Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Miz, Chris Jericho, pretty much all these people who are potentially going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Yep.
Have all held the Intercontinental title, and they have gone on to win the World Heavyweight title. Now, am I saying that this will happen with Jey Uso? It depends on what kind of run he gets if he does wind up winning the Intercontinental title. It depends on what kind of run he goes on. If he's a defending champion like Gunther is, I think we'll see big things coming out of him. But me personally, I would want to see Gunther lose the title to Jey Uso, and then at one of the first pay-per-views after Mania, get an opportunity at one of the world championships.
I would definitely agree. I think if they were going to move it off of Gunther earlier, there was one person I wanted to see get that, and I felt he was right at that time to do it. But he's now in a faction with Lashley. That was Montez Ford. Montez Ford had a strong following growing over the past year, and then of course he was put with Lashley. They still did not break up the Street Profits. I don't know why that has not happened. I want that in 2024. Yeah. I want that breakup to happen. Give me the Marty Jannetty, Dawkins through the window, and just call it a day.
But we already got that with Carmelo Hayes and Swerve and Swerve. Not Swerve. Trick. There we go. Why am I trying to mix AEW with WWE? What the fuck?
Just swerve back into the lane, okay?
Swerve back into the lane. There we go.
There you go.
We got Antonio here in the comments again. Cody versus Seth world title would blah blah blah. Wow.
Sound like Cody a good match Seth. For a Mania night too.
Yeah. Man, what is going on with me right now?
You know what? That probably would be. Of course, they'll have to give Cody a night too because it's Cody freaking Rhodes. You would do that, and that honestly would probably open up night 2.
Yes, because if you're not first or last,
who cares at that point?
Yeah, exactly.
Who said that again? Who made that famous? Do you remember that person's name? Because it doesn't ring a bell to me anymore. It doesn't. Seems like it got erased from my memory.
Yeah, it's almost like he did get erased. I don't know.
Damn, it's like those Etch-a-Sketch. You just shake it and then
it just got shook and then everything just magically disappeared.
So we did an F5 to the Etch-a-Sketch. You know what? Whatever.
Hey yo, what the fuck these niggas is doing?
Would I tell you that I know exactly where that happened at? Which bodega that was in New York City, where that happened?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Bad. Just bad.
And then they're just standing there like.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it's going to be. And then, you know.
Yeah, exactly. It's ridiculous what's going on, but like we mentioned, guys, we were just wanting to try to focus on some of the positive stuff that actually happened in WWE this week, because again, WWE is still shrouded with with controversy in regards to the whole Vince McMahon thing about more people stepping forward, and then Mr. Snitch, Mr. Snitch, He's sitting over there. He's sitting over there singing right now to try to pull his ass out of the fire.
Oh yeah, I mean he has like
a couple of reasons.
Yeah, he has 2 big reasons why he needs to do that.
Two very big reasons.
Exactly. So let's see here. KB once again saying guaranteed by SummerSlam, Gunther will be World Heavyweight Champion. Not far-fetched. That might be one of the things they go with to going into the spring, and then of course the summer. SummerSlam is their number 2 or 3, depending on who you talk to, event of the year for them. I wouldn't mind that at all, but he should be having some world heavyweight gold in 2024. It shouldn't be much longer.
Well, Antonio isn't on the same boat with him, and I'm kind of leaning that way too. I'm kind of like, man, I don't know about that.
You know what? And you know what you have to blame for this? You know who you have to blame for all this crazy rigmarole that's been going on? There's one person to blame, and that's CM fucking Punk.
Fuck
if
that guy.
CM Punk does not get injured, WrestleMania would have stayed the same. Seth would have had CM Punk. Cody would have had Roman. End of discussion.
But again, there's that rumor coming out that one of the conditions The Rock had to joining the board was that he wanted the match with Roman Reigns to happen this year at Mania.
Because he's looking at it as a big thing. Now, some people have told me this reminds them of when Hulk Hogan was hanging on to Hall and Nash in the NWO days. Hall and Nash at that time were the hottest thing in pro wrestling. They literally created the Outsiders. They were the NWO. Hogan just tagged along with them for the ride. And it feels like this is kind of the same thing. The Rock is hanging on to Roman Reigns. Now, I know there's a lot of people that say, I do not like Roman Reigns. For my own personal reasons, I do not like Roman Reigns. Yeah. But I'm not going to sit here and say this guy has not put on and had one of the longest reigns in professional wrestling. So, but something's got to give here, man. Just something here. And if this is going to be a one-off, there's actually some people talking that The Rock actually wins the belt at Mania. If that happens, y'all, everybody tuning in right now. Everybody tuning in. Let me tell you right now. Let me get a full screen for this.
Okay.
Because if that happens and The Rock walks out of Lincoln Financial Field, home of the Philadelphia Eagles, as the undisputed whatever champion, everything, or whatever belt they want to call it today, the fans in Philadelphia will riot. Let that sink in for you. They will riot. That can't happen. That just
really can't
happen.
It really can't.
We have talked about this for years, about part-time wrestlers just coming in, stealing the spotlight when the spotlight is the biggest of all time throughout the year. It's ridiculous. It is really ridiculous. It's at this point now. Why call WWE 2K24 finish your story if you're not going to let the guy finish your story?
That is very true. I mean, the WWE at this point, they've either got to shit or get off the pot at this point. Because all they're doing is they're hurting the person that they made a promise to that they were going to do something for them.
Literally. Let's see here. Antonio says it's either Rock versus Roman at WrestleMania this year or never to happen. Take your pick. You know something? I'm going to be honest here with you. I wouldn't mind not seeing it.
I wouldn't mind either.
Because once again, it's that casual versus hardcore thing. You have a lot of people watching the show on whatever social media platform you are that watch every single week. And for them to sit through 52 weeks, what is it, like 8 or 9 or close to 10 premium live events a year? To now come up when it's the biggest season and more eyes on the product, oh, we're just going to do the ultimate substitution and put in the guy that we think is going to make numbers go through the roof. Let me let y'all in on something. WrestleMania is going to sell out regardless.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter who's in the main event. So you don't need The Rock for that.
No, you don't.
So
because they're bringing back musical artists to play during Mania. They're bringing, what the hell was that?
Look, Jelly Roll, you can't be doing stuff like that, man. Because when you start doing stuff like that, forget
anyway,
Jelly Roll over there, y'all.
Anyway, they're bringing back musical guests. There's going to be performances during WrestleMania. They're turning it back to the way it was like in the late 90s, early 2000s. Hell, it was even like that for WrestleMania 1 with how some of these wrestlers were coming out. So, I mean, it's already taken a turn in that direction already. So there's really no reason to have someone on the card. Like, realistically, looking at, potential non-wrestlers being put on a Mania card just to pull in publicity. Realistically, the last one I can think of is when Floyd Mayweather was in there against the Big Show.
Right. And even more, if you want to go for a comedic type of performance, the cast of Jackass taking on Sami Zayn. It felt
That's
like
right. That happened
last
more
year,
recently.
the year before.
It was like 2-3 years ago. It was before
Right.
the whole bloodline thing started.
Exactly. So we have that point, and that's been accepted in WrestleMania. Like, you've always had a celebrity type match going all the way back to former New York Giant Lawrence Taylor taking on Bam Bam Bigelow. So we're used to that. But for a part-timer who hasn't wrestled in how many years now? Who's only doing this because he got his masters back in musical terms and also has a football league to promote. Do y'all see where I'm going with this now?
It's all just to push the corporate stuff. They're all their corporate stuff they want to push. That's the reason. The Rock, he did it as a condition. He wanted this match as a condition to his contract. He also knew that him putting his face out there is going to help with the USFL. And, it's just going to help push it forward. On top of that, on the TKO board of directors, The Rock's agent is on the board of directors. So automatically that happening, that should have been a huge flag for people who weren't paying attention that, oh, wait, he's on the board of directors. So 1 + 1 still equals 2. So we should have seen this coming with The Rock's agent being there. And then, of course, the one thing I will not agree with in regards to the situation that's going on with The Rock and Cody is what was going on with his daughter, with The Rock's daughter. She's down in NXT. She's the general manager of NXT. Her getting death threats to the point of she actually deactivated her X account because she was tired of getting it. She flat out said she has no control over what's going on there. That is levels upon levels above her head. And she has no control over that. So these hardcore fans that are they're about as crazy as like people who strictly watch WWE or strictly watch AEW, and they just want to turn around and rip into people who are watching the other promotion or who will watch both.
You know something? And I just got to say this right now. Yeah. Those same shots is the shots I want to give to these horrible hardcore fans. And I hate that word because they get labeled with the hardcore fans like ourselves, me and Cyber here. These are people that haven't moved out of their mama's basement, haven't got some poontang pie in a while, and really think that this is real life. You're sending death threats to someone's daughter. Would you like someone to send a death threat to your child? I wish somebody would send a death threat to my child. There's a reason why I got a lawyer on retainer. I wish you would. But a lot of y'all got to calm down and remember, do not let your Twitter fingers get you in trouble. You know there's IP addresses, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know they can find out where you are, right?
Mm-hmm.
Deactivating or losing your X account should be the least of your worries making a death threat. There's actually some people making bomb threats on Lincoln Financial Field. You do understand that's an NFL stadium, right?
Yeah.
You do realize that's a landmark in that state, so that's federal charges, right?
Mm-hmm. Like I said, these fans that are doing this, they don't know when to calm down. They need to move out of their mama's basement. They need to quit using their little Twitter fingers or their sausage fingers to get all up onto a child who is off doing her own thing, separate from her daddy.
Mm-hmm.
And you just need to leave it alone.
Just seriously, so
because these fans are having me like,
I'm so sick of these people. You know, oh.
and having me like,
What is the 5 fingers say to the face? What? Slap!
some of them need that slap.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Looking back at the comments here, Antonio Rock said many times in the past, if this match happens, there is no title up for grabs. Well, it's already being advertised as a title match already.
Mm-hmm.
It's already said it on multiple advertisements. I know that that's what he originally said, but what you say and what you do are totally different things.
And let's just go by what Antonio just said there. Once again, thank you for comments and all the comments coming in during the show. Greatly appreciate it.
Yes,
but
sir.
Let's just say tomorrow at that press event, which you can watch on all social media platforms, and they say it's not for the title, then what in the fuck are you doing with Cody then? Is Roman going to pull double duty? Now, once again, I'm not a big fan of Roman, but I'll be pissed off right now. Why do I have to do double duty? Here and what? Night 1 go up against Cody and night 2 go up against The Rock? So I got to finish the story and deal with a part-timer, even though that's family. Roman has a case to be upset too.
I mean, there is that other rumor that's going around about when they go for the contract signing, that, of course, Roman doesn't pay attention to what the contract says, and instead of The Rock being in a one-on-one match for the title against Roman, he's the special guest referee, and Cody Rhodes is the one that is the person going against him.
Now, you know what? If that is the case, I would like that. That would be perfect. Have The Rock as that special guest referee. He's done it before. You know, the greats have all done it. Stone Cold, Shawn Michaels, all of them. He'll join right in with that. That'll be the perfect way. And it will literally be the real head of the table, which is The Rock. We don't have Roman Reigns unless you get The Rock first for all those years.
Yeah.
He's the one that puts him down and does a fair match but makes him lose. And then Cody finally gets the gold. It's just a lot of things they could do with this. And when it goes to WrestleMania, let's see what actually happens in the coming weeks. There is the Elimination Chamber in Australia in just a few weeks.
Yes.
Us here on the East Coast, mainly myself, have to get up at 5 o'clock in the damn morning.
I gotta get up an hour before you for that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Jelly.
I don't want to hear you bitching and complaining.
I'm gonna let that one go. I'm gonna let that one go, sir.
Okay, Antonio over here jumping on the mother.
Okay, saying valid points made. DJ Notorious. Yes, I mean it could go many different ways. I think we'll start getting a lot of the questions answered after the press event tomorrow. Now, once again, you can watch that press event on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I think they might even do the whole, telephone through a string thing. Wherever you can get this thing, you're going to find it anywhere. And that's what
everywhere. Anywhere and everywhere. All right.
Go to the barbershop, they're going to play it there too. That's how big this is going to be.
That's how KB is going to be watching it.
You know what? See, I ain't even say nothing.
You see, that's the reason. You see, that's the reason why I can't be taken nowhere.
I'm just crazy.
Double K. What's up, guys? It's been a while. Good to see y'all. Shout out to the pod. Thank you so much, man. We appreciate you checking in, man. Always great to see you in the chat, man.
Yes.
But yeah, dude. I mean, there's a lot of questions. There's a lot of holes that still need to be figured out between now and when Mania finally happens. The question is what's going to happen with Cody? What's going to happen with the title? What's going to happen with Seth Rollins? Is he really going to be ready by Mania?
That's another intriguing part too. Can he come back with the Aaron Rodgers effect?
Can
he do it?
And where does Damian Priest fall into all this?
I actually forgot he had the damn thing until you just said it. I really forgot about that. Now, I don't want them to really jump over the gun and reinvent the wheel here. You do not have Damian Priest walking out with that belt after Mania. You just don't. Don't do it. It might seem like the safe thing to do. Don't do it. Save that for night after Mania or, upcoming, pay-per-view like Backlash or something.
Yeah.
Okay, Double K says Rock versus Roman. I don't know. it's been like that most of the night here. We're going back and forth with it. We should know more, at least something after the press event tomorrow in Vegas, by the way. Is they heading towards something next year?
What?
Or you think they're going to be heading towards something, having this press event in Vegas tomorrow? Could WrestleMania possibly be heading
in Vegas next year? Be at Raiders, the Raiders facility?
Yes, Allegiant Stadium. Yes.
That could definitely be a possibility. I mean, that would be a good call. I mean, that would be a nice venue to have it in. It would be a shame if a championship's won there before the Raiders win one there. But you know, I'm not saying, but I'm saying.
You saying, but you're not saying.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, you know, I want to see what you say here about this next topic here, and it was dealing with the call-ups that happened this past Friday night on SmackDown. We actually had two, and two are still up in the air. I don't know, maybe listen to the Beanie Siegel song because it's still up in the air. But we had two, Tiffany Stratton and formerly known as Naomi Trinity, are now a part of SmackDown. One was expected, one was not. And to be honest with you, me and Cyber had this conversation, you know, a Yankee and an Astro, and I kind of surprised them with this. I'm going to let you guys know this too. Tiffany Stratton will be a world champion by the end of this year. She will do it. she has the look and the skill. So a lot of her
she's really a hybrid of Trish Stratus and Charlotte Flair.
Yes.
She is literally the hybrid of both. So, I mean, it couldn't be any worse than them putting, you know, the Divas Championship on Paige her first night on Raw.
What the fuck?
Hey, I said what I said.
What's up?
Get your man.
Shut your bitch ass up.
See, this is what happens when a Yankee and an Astro don't agree. It's okay.
We definitely don't agree when it comes to that. Let's see. Antonio here really quick. Never counted out. Been a long time since WrestleMania was in Las Vegas. I'm not counting it out. We weren't counting it out. We're just
because what was it? WrestleMania 9, I believe. Was it?
It's been quite some time. So it wouldn't surprise me if it was
one. Yes.
Yeah, but Tiffany Stratton, yes, she has money written all over her if they take care of it the right way. So would I be upset if it happens before the end of this year? No, I wouldn't at all. I mean, to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if Bayley winds up winning the championship from EO. I wouldn't be surprised if Tiffany Stratton is one of the first ones she defends against.
Probably, because she just has it there. This is something that women's division, especially on SmackDown, hasn't had in a while. Somebody that can actually come in, has the look and the talent, and she really put on a good performance at the Royal Rumble. I think a lot of people slept on that, but I'm sticking with that. By the end of 2024, Tiffany Stratton will be a world champion in WWE.
Yes, most definitely.
To the moon.
And to the moon. To the moon. You can put it in the bank. You can do all that shit. The other two that are currently still floating up in the air, we know that their call up is coming. They've already been shown on SmackDown. Braun Breaker and Jade Cargill. And like I said, when Cargill got signed, she will not be in NXT for long. She will be there long enough to learn WWE's system and to hone her skills, and then she will be on the main roster. And look what's happening.
No, she's actually doing really, really good. I mean,
she had a great showing at the Royal Rumble. I was very impressed. I was very happy for her because you can tell she's put in the work. She's trying. She's doing exactly what she's supposed to. So she's off to a good start. And
definitely is.
I do look forward to seeing where she goes. To be honest, I do hope she lands on Raw just because I would love to see her and Rhea Ripley go at it.
Hey, I want to just get an actual match between her and Nia Jax. I'm just starting off small. That would be good just for that, because I mean, she did pick her up with literally one arm. Let's just be honest here.
Yeah, one arm had her here and was doing this with the other one. I'm like,
it just seems so simple for her, just like a typical Saturday night. But I would like to see her on Raw as well. Raw definitely needs it being a 3-hour show. You need to fill more stuff up than progressive commercials. So why not? I will like that from her.
and then also too, if I'm not mistaken, the end of this month is the last month that Raw's going to be on. Is it this month or is it in a couple months that Raw?
No, it's in a couple of months. Is there going to be a whole little shakeup in between? It looks like they're going to stay on where they're at until the move in January to Netflix.
Oh, okay. So they did come to an agreement to do that.
Yes, because there was like a little 90-day like dry spell there where you didn't know where it was going to be. But as of right now, it looks like everything is going to streamline. So first Monday in January, they'll be on Netflix. Hope y'all got subscriptions to Netflix, because that's coming up real soon. Before you blink, it will be the summer, and next thing you know, we're talking the holidays all over again.
No.
Hey, listen, it's gonna happen. Before you know, it's gonna be September, man. I'm gonna have you get.
I know, and then I'm gonna be on the East Coast. God damn, I still can't believe that shit's happening.
Yeah,
damn,
it's gonna be fun. Gonna get you cultured.
I'm gonna get my culture.
Yes, you're definitely gonna get your culture, man. Definitely. Yeah, that's gonna be a sight to see.
Yeah, that definitely is. And we've got other stuff in the works. We've got other things coming down the pipe. And if people only knew, this is going to get exciting, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, there is something in the works. We've dotted the I's, we've crossed the T's, and it's happening pretty soon. So, and trust me, it's going to be big. No, we're not giving you no Tony Khan type of announcement.
No. This
is happening, and it's going to be big.
So, yeah. And it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun just in time for WrestleMania season. It's going to be a lot of fun. So make sure you keep an eye on our social media. Make sure you still keep on watching our episodes. Make sure you are following us on Instagram at the Wrestling Revival Podcast, on X. Well, that's currently what Elon Musk is calling it, at TWRP_official. And also we're on TikTok now at TWP_official_. So make sure you're following us. Make sure you keep an ear to the ground, because if something happens, the first place you'll find out is on our social medias. So make sure you keep an eye on it.
Trust me.
On this next
I'm doing the Birdman thing right here. If y'all know what this means, trust me. I can't wait for the day where we can tell you guys what's going on with that. There's a certain thing that's been missing from the show. We're finally going to take care of that real soon. Whew, can't wait.
Well, guys, that is the episode for tonight. We do appreciate y'all tuning in as always, supporting us, showing the love, being in the chat. We do appreciate each and every one of y'all.
But before you go.
What's up?
I think I might need a full screen for this part.
Oh, Jesus. What are you doing now?
Before we go. Yes, everybody, thank you for tuning into the show. We greatly appreciate it. We do this each and every Wednesday night live right here on X and YouTube. So tell a friend to tell a friend, tell the baby mama's cousin. DJ Notorious and Cyb3Yeti are here giving you all your wrestling needs.
Yes.
Now, just want to speak on something real quickly. DJ Notorious and Cyb3Yeti, we do this for each and everybody out there, for the wrestling fans out there. But don't be mistaken. The tough talk will not be tolerated. It will not be tolerated. This Yankee hat goes up in the air and it doesn't come back down. You know why. So just keep that in mind next time you want to mention DJ and Cyb3Yeti. Okay.
We're saying this right now. Y'all been warned.
Okay, Shiz? You sure? Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, perfect.
You know what? For big business, I actually might go to Boston for that. I might go up there for that. TD Garden, right? That's right?
You going to South Boston?
I'll go to South Boston because the real boss, besides Mercedes, will show up. So yeah.
Oh shit.
Just saying. I ain't Irish whip, okay?
Hey, all I gotta say is I know you're gonna be rolling up there with more than just $200. That's all I got to say about that. Hell, I'm rolling with more than $200 for this damn conference.
Yes, I mean, hey, look, he's all exfoliated, y'all. Listen, I'm telling y'all right now, look, go back to some old videos from season 1 and look at him here today. He went to the spa. He did something because your hairline is straight. KB, that's how it's supposed to look like, by the way. And just everything is just done, man. This is what happens. You know, Yankee and Astro, you know, somebody go on vacation. That's how you look.
Hey, I'm still dedicated enough to say, you know what? I'm going to cut some time out during this conference, and I'm going to make sure that we can still throw an episode up compared to others who depend on everybody else.
Damn.
Well, actually, no, I think the numbers dwindled a little bit with that. I think it went from 5.
Oh man.
Well, actually, it should be 6 going down to 5 with how big some of them are. But I'm just saying, wrap it up. All right. So, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We do appreciate it. We will see y'all next week. We do appreciate y'all. And let's see if WWE doesn't give us more content to put out. So until next time, guys, thank you so much. We appreciate y'all. And DJ's going to take his happy ass to bed, and I'm going to do the same. Take it easy.
Speak for yourself, sir.
What?
Speak for yourself. Going to bed.
Whatever.